Hello, everybody. How's everybody doing? Oh, there's 2 circles. Cool. I'll have to turn off my notifications because that's going to annoy me. There we go. Oh, I can't spell afternoon. Afternoon. I should edit that. If I can. How's everybody doing? Apparently I can't type afternoon. There we go. I spelt it right now. Hello. Hi, Weaves Gaming. I think I edited it. I can't even do that. Did I edit wrong too? I couldn't spell afternoon for the. I said afternoon or something. Which I don't. I think I put the wrong date. I'll fix that afterwards. At least I spelled afternoon correctly this time. Wrong day because it's the 21st, not the 20th. I think yes. Oh, just trying to find my headphones. Woohoo! 884. Oh, how many do I have now? Well, I'm 868. Awesome. Weaves, how's it going? Yeah, you know, I have to get headphones. I had headphones. I keep on getting headphones. Like, hubby goes and orders them off online where there's like a package of 2. But I have teenage daughters, and they borrow them. Being on my video every 4 hours. Wow. 4 hours? How long is the video? Is it coming up as a really high quality video? So I did that once, and I had to stop it because it was like something. Well, it's not too bad. I had to stop it because after like 6 hours, it was like 20%. I'm like, what the heck? And it was only like a maybe 30-minute video, and it didn't necessarily need. I was playing around with settings on my Power Director, and apparently that was too high. Loads of it, yeah, I do. To pass. Yeah, see, I don't necessarily know what you're talking about. I know the 1080p. I did one, but I think I did it like HD 1080. There was like 3 options. Okay. Well, I don't know what that does though, and what the difference is. I still have to watch. I keep on watching. Hey, I just figured out how to fade my clips together, so you don't hear the click, click as much. And I've learned how to edit from the ends a bit of the clips. But again, I'm not very good at it. I don't know. It is what it is. That's why I'm also quite enjoying live streaming, because I don't even have to edit, and it pops up within half an hour, 45 minutes. But I can't do as much as I want to with live streams, because there's a lot of like pausing and stopping with when I'm doing cooking ones, and it's hard to do a live stream where you're doing it and not, because I have things, I'm not very organized, which is part of the problem. So I have to usually pause and stop, and something that's to make a 20-minute video, 15-20 minute video, could take me 45 minutes to do, while a live stream would be 45 minutes, and I would lose people easily in it. That video, it renders over it. As soon as it's all over, it makes it high quality. Okay. Cool. I don't know how, also my editor thing says I can do like 3D or stuff like that. I don't know. Hi, Random Collection. How's it going? I'm having my coffee. Figured I'd pop in for a bit. Oh, I'm tired. I need my coffee. So wondering how everybody's doing. How do you do your live streams? I'm using my phone. I have my laptop over here with the chat. The problem is, like, I get the chat here, but it goes away after a bit. My laptop doesn't have a camera on it, so I just use my phone. And my phone is a cheap phone. It's a OnePlus It's not like an expensive phone. I think we paid like $200 Canadian for it 2 years ago. I think last year, 2 years ago. I sometimes break phones, so we don't always go for. Usually, I get my husband's old phone. Like, he'll get a phone. Like, we're an Android family. We're not iPhone family. He gets a phone that he uses for work, and then after a couple of years, I usually get that, or my daughters do. And but I broke my other phone. It was a blue BLU. It was also a fairly cheap phone that I got for like $200, and it fell out of my pocket. Like, I was getting out of my friend's car, and it was in my pocket, and it fell from the seat to the ground, like only a foot and a half to the ground, and it cracked. But not only did it crack, but pieces of the glass came out, so it actually became dangerous. So then I got a new phone. Hi, Ramiro from Alaska. Is it cold up there today? Here, it's freaking warm. Okay, it's 8 degrees. Actually, might be hotter now. Hey, Google, what's the temperature out?
The temperature in Ottawa right now is 4 degrees.
4 degrees. Hey, Google, what is 4 degrees Celsius?
4 degrees Celsius equals 39.2 degrees Fahrenheit.
Okay, Hey, Google, what is 4 degrees Celsius?
4 degrees Celsius equals 39.2 degrees Fahrenheit.
39 to 40 degrees Fahrenheit, which is really warm. I'm chopping my ice. My driveway's like a skating rink. It has 2 inches of ice. Chopping it to try and get the water to go down. Phone. I have iPhone. No, well, it's the problem with iPhone is that it doesn't talk well with Android devices. Yeah, I've heard of OBS. I want to look how to do OBS Studio. Weaves, after this, send me, if you can send me a private message of links to some OBS Studio videos that I can watch, because I'd like to learn about it, because I've heard it's really good for doing stuff where you have like your laptop and you put it on here, or you have like a screen, something on the side, like you're doing a live thing of talking about how you edit a video or something like that. Cool. Soccer team for Olympics. Just catching up here. It's in the mid to upper 60s, Manchester, New Hampshire. Well, right now, this past week has been crazy. So, normally, February, it's cold. Usually around this time, we'll have a warm spell where it's like a 1 day. And, okay, how'd it go? I'm just going to turn this. I'm getting notified. There we go. I got what? I'm gonna like you. Yes, coffee is my friend because I'm yawning. Okay, I swear I'm exhausted. Um, Normally in February we'll have like 1 day where it's really warm. I might have rain or whatever, but then it's back to winter. So that's not usually a problem. And usually my garage, I've been a naughty girl or whatever. I use my garage with like a cooler in there as a freezer. That's the overflow from my big freezer. So when I'm doing some freezer meals or I'm doing some groceries, and like I'll put like the frozen fruit or veggies or some meat or whatever in there because it's completely frozen. But this week, this like our temperature has been above zero. Hi, Serge. Yep, I'm just gonna like yes, have a great coffee. Yes, it's a wonderful day. It's warm, but the problem is I had stuff in my garage in a cooler that was starting to defrost. So tonight I have to do a lot of cooking up of some things. Like I'm going to be cooking up 2 meals worth of chicken and some pork, and then I have some veggies and stuff and I have egg rolls. I had, if you saw me earlier, I had some egg rolls for breakfast because they got defrosted. So we're going to be having egg rolls with supper tonight, as well as lunches tomorrow. Um, so it's not like stuff is going bad or anything because it was actually my garage is like a fridge. But yeah, usually it's only 1 day where we have warm versus like it's day number 4. So everything was frozen still yesterday. Like it was just below, it would go below zero. But everything was frozen yesterday. But today it's like, yeah, I need to defrost it. Hi, Linda Safe Haven. So, and considering I'm doing a little bit of groceries on Friday, but mostly stuff for Saturday, I'm not doing a major grocery haul because I still have a lot of food from 2 weeks ago because that's how I roll. And I'm like, yeah, it's now starting to become almost spring or unreliable weather. I can't keep excess stuff that's frozen in the garage as a freezer. January, that's why it's wonderful here at Christmas time because I could buy a turkey before Christmas and just put it in my garage, put it in the cooler, so if there is any critters or whatever, it's not going to get into it and it stays frozen. But then you get used to using that and not using the stuff in the freezer as much as you should, so you overbuy, which in one sense saves you money because you're overbuying on a cheap price. But if the stuff gets defrosted and or goes bad, it defeats the purpose of purchasing the stuff cheaper. It's one of those things that sometimes it's a lesson you learn the hard way. So we're having an eclectic meal tonight, tomorrow. Haven't quite figured out. That's why I'm going to go on Pinterest and see what inspires me because I've been bad. I usually make a menu plan, but I haven't honestly made a menu plan for all of February. Just because life has been throwing wrenches at me. And I've just like either been sick or hubby's been sick and I've mentioned something and he doesn't want it. So it's like, yeah. Yeah, it was 49 degrees Fahrenheit here earlier today. It was 8 degrees. 8 or 10. Now that the sun is kind of setting down, like it's not completely set, it is getting a little bit cooler. 25 frozen. Is 25 what your freezing temperature is? No ice everywhere. Yeah, so out in the country yesterday. No, what day is today? Is today Wednesday? Yes, today's Wednesday. See, Monday was a holiday. It's completely messed up my brain. So yesterday, the schools out in the country, like only like 15 minutes away, all the schools, the buses were canceled because the country roads are like sheer ice because they don't plow them as much as the city roads. We're lucky we're just like 5 minutes into the city, and our roads are pretty good. So our roads were pretty good. So the schools were open, the buses were open, but my driveway is sheer ice. Yesterday I fell on it. Today I slipped. I didn't fall. I've been chopping the darn thing, but my shoulder's sore. Got 2 doorbell. Oh, thanks, Maniac Grammy. Thanks for popping by and saying hi. Yes, you can make a sandwich. You want help opening up the package? Okay, get me a scissor. Oh, pass me the package. Yes, I know. That's why I saw that one. I'm just gonna make a sandwich. Tandoori chicken breast. So what is everybody doing for supper today? Maybe you'll inspire me. I have chicken and pork. I have to do. The wraps are by the window, and the bread is on the stove. So what are you having for supper tonight? Oh, thanks very much, Bob Gervais. Thanks for smashing the like button and for popping by. My daughter, who's one-handed right now. Make a sandwich. Did you eat all your lunch though? You gotta make sure you eat all your lunch before you make an afternoon snack. Would you like me to open that? I get these wraps at Costco. You get 2 packages. How many is in here? They're the big ones. 2 packages of 10 tortillas for like $4. Well, one package is like $3 in the store. Maybe $2.50 on a good day. Would you like me to just do it?
No, I don't want you to.
You want
I
it?
want you to cut
Yes,
them.
cut the tomato.
I want them.
This part? Okay. Apparently I'm making my kid a sandwich. So what are you guys having for supper today? I need some inspiration for chicken and pork. Because I got those defrosted. I'm contemplating of making a pad thai, or maybe curry chicken with some of my chicken and dropping stuff on the ground. Hello, Ford Van Man. Yeah, that's from Costco, so it's the normal price. It's like $4, maybe $4.40, like $4.39 or something like that. And you get 2 packages of 10, and they're the Dempster's ones, which last a really long time. Like their expiration dates are like March, something. Oh, doctor's appointment. It's mammogram. Got squished like a pancake. So it's basically think of like getting your getting blood pressure on your boob. So the lady said it looked fine, like she didn't see anything. And she sends off to the radiologist or whatever. Oh, thank you, Amanda. Hi, get to the farms easy. Hi, hen kid, how's it going? Just helping my daughter make a one-handed chicken wrap. Did you just want one piece of lettuce? Apparently she's hungry after school. Yes, high school here ends at like 2:15. How are... I'm good. Yeah, I'm tired. I need more coffee. What? I'm tired, yes. Apparently my oldest is really tired too. She hasn't slept because of her arm pain. But I'm just like, oh. It's been one of those days. I was on the phone with like Chio for appointments. The place I got my mammogram to confirm the time, because I wrote it down on a piece of paper, but I didn't write it in my calendar. And then I had to make another appointment. And then the school called. And I talked to them. Just like, boom, boom, boom. Hen Kid says they hope that you feel better. Well, I hope so too. If we can get the pain down, then she can sleep well. And then everything works out. So what is everybody doing for supper today? Let's do this. I can't wait. I'm hungry. It's only 3:40 here. Arcade candy. How old are you, Hen Kid? I don't think well, my kids wouldn't mind having candy for supper. But I don't think it constitutes a well-balanced diet. They cook for me. Can't stand enough to cook. Okay. thank you very much, Amanda, for watching 3 hours of my videos. I really appreciate that. Ooh, fajitas. That sounds good. Oh, you haven't had breakfast yet. I had a coffee break this morning, and I had some snacks of cheese and crackers and hummus and crackers. Yes. Lots of candy to be full. Need to wake up. What? As I said, do you want me to help you make it? Hi, Blessed Farm. How's it going? Not bad here, all things considered. Yes. Okay, I'll be right back. Just gonna perk it on the plate. That's why you're supposed to do it on the plate. But before you go to eat, you can take the stuff away. Okay. I'm back. Oh yeah. Well, just put it this way. My doctor sent a requisition last Friday for a mammogram, for example. She sent it in the morning. She said, here's the number. Call them by 2 o'clock if they haven't called you back. They called me back just before 2, and I had my appointment today, Wednesday. So that's what. And Monday was a holiday. So 2 business days. And it was in and out. Cost me nothing. Like, I don't have to submit this to insurance or anything. If I need x-rays, don't have to submit that to insurance or anything. My daughter, we went to the hospital on the weekend. Here's a good example. We went to the hospital on the weekend on Sunday, and because she fell on the ice, and so we thought maybe a possible bad sprain or a break. I did pick up a brace at the pharmacy after the fall because she was in pain. I knew that our tensor bandages were crap at home, so I picked that up. But then the next day she was still in pain on Sunday. As you would see with my live stream Sunday morning, I had to stop it because she was still in pain. And I'm like, okay, I think we have to go to the hospital because nothing, like, there's no clinics that were open around me on Sunday. I'd have to travel further out, and there was no x-ray places open on Sunday because it was Sunday. If it was Saturday, I could get x-ray. On Sunday, I couldn't. So I'm like, well, may as well go to the hospital. And, well, yes, decent if you can afford it. If you're here, I could be dirt poor. I could be homeless. If I have a health card, I can get help. Even if I don't have a health card, if you're homeless, you can still get help. Like, if you don't, because you have to have residence and stuff like that. A lot of the homeless people will take the residence as being, there's a couple of shelters downtown here. They'll use that address, and when they know that that's that address, like, the system sees that. But so went to the hospital. Now Sunday it was quite busy. We did first signed in, then the triage nurse, and then the second one for the other one. So we went and was there for 4 hours? No, yeah, about 4 hours. So I was expecting 2 to 3 hours. We were there a bit longer, 4 hours, but it wasn't unpleasant. The seats weren't always the most comfortable, but we got seen. We got x-rays. That was the longest one, was waiting for her turn to get x-rays. She got x-rays. They gave it to us on a CD, and then the doctor looked at the x-rays and didn't see a break. But she said we send it up to the radiologist tomorrow. So, and this is on like tomorrow was a holiday, so there's always a radiologist on. So, but only the radiologist only works like 9 to 5. Um, so we'll send it to the radiologist. They'll look over it. If there's if they see anything, they'll tell us and we'll call you. So apparently they saw something on Monday at 4:30. We get a call from the hospital saying the radiologist did see that there was a break in the elbow and that there was a small fracture in the elbow, and for you to come in. And the earlier you come in, the better, because the shifts end at 7, and from 7 till 7 in the morning, there's fewer doctors on, since it's holiday Monday, right? And I'm like, okay. So I went in there for 5:30, went to Tim Hortons and grabbed a supper there, because I knew, like, okay, we're going to be here for 2 hours, right? They said, we've already got you in, so you just have to go in, sign in, they'll triage you, they'll have the paperwork. So I went in, signed in, did the triage much faster this time. There was less people at that time, and went and saw a doctor, and then they looked at the x-rays, and they looked at the notes, and yes, there was a tiny fracture in the elbow, and her wrist, since she's 16, there's still a growth plate. So the growth plate is like cartilage, and there was a tiny mark on there, but if she was an adult, that might have been a crack or a break. So they treated it as a break. So they gave her like a half cast, so that a cast material, and made a splint, and then put tensor bandage. And then the treatment for a broken elbow was the sling. So the previous day they gave us this really awesome sling. Like, actually it's right here. She just took it off, and it has so really awesome sling, Landmark Medical Systems, latex free. Straps with Velcro strap, and also there's another strap for if it was a shoulder injury, where they'd have the strap on her knee, for free. This exact sling, because I saw the package, the previous day I looked at Shoppers, was a $45 or $49 sling, for free, and the tensor bandage, which was $10. Like, and the tensor bandage are like $5 to $10 at the pharmacy. So they sent us home with that. So, we didn't pay anything. We showed our health card. Now, if she was admitted, we have free admittance. Now, you'd be in a ward where the rooms would have 4 beds. If you have insurance or you want to pay extra, you could pay for a semi-private, which is 2 beds, or a private, which is 1 bed. So a semi-private difference from a ward bed is about, the average hospital is about $65 to $65 to $100 per day for the upgrade. If you want a private bed, it's about $150 per day. Most people with their work, like, we look at how you get a job by how much money you get per hour and the hours involved, but we also look at our insurance, what's covered. So we kind of take that amount that we get. Like, some companies have really amazing insurance. My husband works for the federal government, which is a pretty good insurance, but things are at like 80% for prescriptions, 80% for dental, 50% for orthotics, like orthodontics and stuff, up to a certain limit. 80% for glasses, up to only like $250. So any type of glasses, you get $250 free, but then the rest you have to pay. And exams, so your eye exams free, with you have to pay it, and then you get reimbursed the whole amount. But for kids, it's all free. As well as the different levels of your plan. We have it for the family, and we have it up to semi-private. We don't have it for private. If we really need to have private, we'll pay the extra for whatever days. Like, because sometimes you might get put in a room with somebody that you just really can't get along with. And if you just had surgery, you need to have at least some sleep. Oh, thanks, Weaves, for coming by. Yeah, but when we're in the hospital, if you need to have an MRI or CAT scan or X-rays or whatever, you can get them. Sometimes you, if you're already admitted to hospital, you might have to wait because more urgent cases will get pushed above yours. If you're out of the hospital, you can get those things, but for certain conditions, where it's not as urgent, you'll be pushed back for more urgent cases. So that's sometimes you do have to wait for certain things, but not for very long. But all those things we don't pay. We don't pay for CAT scan, we don't pay for MRI, we don't pay for X-rays, we don't pay for anything. You know, if you have cancer, wherever you get the treatment and stuff like that, the only thing you have to pay for is usually your meds, and then if you have insurance, it covers it. If you don't have insurance, if you're on assistance, if you're on welfare, or disability, it covers your meds. There a certain level of them. Some meds aren't covered, but you can fight for them to be covered, and they will usually get covered, or there's another plan that you could apply for that will cover it. It just sometimes takes some paperwork. But that's about, I think it's pretty good. It could be better. It's not perfect. Our healthcare plan is not perfect. There are sometimes waiting lists, especially for mental health, because we just don't have the numbers. We just don't have, unless you're in a big city, like in Ottawa, we have a big city, so we have the numbers of doctors that can help with mental health. But if you have different mental health issues, there are some specialists that they have a long waiting list. And psychology services, unless you're a kid and it's prescribed through the hospital, those ones are covered free. Otherwise, insurance covers it. And then, if you don't have insurance, you can do it privately. So there's always options to pay for it privately. Because there's some that are free, but they have longer waiting lists. So yeah, if you lived in a smaller city, there's not as many doctors because they can't necessarily even make a living, like a good doctor living, while paying rent and all that stuff for wherever they do their practice in the smaller cities. So that's why there's fewer of them, and so you might have a longer waiting list because there's only so many hours in a day. So if you need an hour of counseling, they're only working 8 or 9 hours, so they're only seeing 8 or 9 clients. Can I do a backflip? No. I can't do a backflip. I can flip a pancake. That's about the extent of any flipping I can do. So in the States, though, I've heard that your health care, if you have the money, it's great. If you don't have the money, or you're on a lower income or a fixed income, you sometimes will have to make decisions of if you can afford to pay for your meds or treatments or to pay your rent type thing. Up here in Canada, that mindset is completely mind-boggling. Like, I have kids that sometimes have very unique special needs and medical needs. The fact that I would have to kind of consider not helping my child to get the meds they need or the treatment they need because I can't afford it because I need to put a roof over our head or put food on the table, that just I just don't understand. Hello, Billy Joe, Big Daddy Lego. How's it going? I was just asked how healthcare works up here in Canada. So if you want to see beforehand, the first, about 10 minutes before I was talking about Well, free there in the UK, in England, and also sounds great in Canada. You're right. These cuts, they were too expensive. Yeah, like like I like again, my daughter on Sunday was in pain. There wasn't clinics open. I would go to them because it wasn't emergent, but there was no clinics open and no X-ray spots in the area open. I'd have to travel like 2 or 3 hours by bus to try and find one that was open on a weekend. So the best course of action was to go to the emergency of the local hospital, which is 10-minute drive away. 10, about 15. And got seen in 4 hours the first time, and then the next day in under was beginning to end with the cast in 2 hours, and paid nothing, like nothing, zero. Now, if I drove there and I parked the car, I think the parking was $10 or $13 for a maximum a day, where it works out that it's so much per half hour, which is basically if you're there for 2.5 hours, it's the day fare. Let's see. Join me on the go on my channel. Where are you going, Jonah? I think he is also going live too. Hi, Blue Purple TV. How's it going? Jonah, you're doing pretty good. You got 311 subs already. Good job. Remember to share the love if you're not already following people. Please do. We like to share the love here. So is there other questions you'd like to ask about Canada or about things we do here that's different? I'm doing good. Good, Billy Joel. I just popped your channel. There was a notification that you had something on, but then it said the video was removed by user or so. Yeah, I don't know what the weather is. It's right now it's above zero, so everything's melting. Which I'm hoping it doesn't go below zero tonight, so that it can all just finish melting and get rid of the 2 inches of ice in my driveway. Because I'm chopping it and my shoulder's sore from chopping it. I wish there was a machine that would come and take the ice away. I don't think there's such a machine. Hey Google, what's the weather this week?
Today through Saturday in Ottawa, it will be cloudy most of the time, but on Friday there will be snow with brief sleet. Highs will be around 4 today, then rise from -1 tomorrow to 3 on Saturday. Today through Saturday, lows will rise from -8 to -2.
So it'll be Saturday, a bit below zero. Hey Angie, how's it going? Are you live too? Or did you just... Oh, you got a headset. Are you still live? Okay. Let's go share some love and pop over there. Okay, I'm gonna give her a channel. We'll go raid Angie. And say hello. Nice headset. You look all professional. Oops, wrong thing. I tried to type in theirs. and yours. So go, pop over there and say hi. Turn up the volume here so I can hear you.
Trying to
So that's Angie.
topics and such. Hey FM, or sorry, hey VM. Hey Jen, nice to see ya. It's funny. Jen from Jen and Canada is live as well, and she's got me streaming in the back here in the background. I can hear myself through my headset.
Yes, isn't it neat? We are doing 2 live streams. Oh yeah, don't forget to click the like button for me and for Angie. Yes, share the love, support one another. We are definitely... Make sure that you're subbed to everybody here. Who else is on here?
Would be cool if we could actually do a live stream together. That would be awesome.
Yeah. Purple Blue or Blue TV is in here. Ford Van Man,
please be sure to
Billy Joe, Amanda.
Hey, get to the farm, CZ. Hey, Amanda, nice to see you. Yeah, we need to figure out Google Hangouts. I should look into that and see how we can set that up. And we used to do it a long time ago. Maybe now that I actually have proper setup for that kind of thing, I can actually try and figure that out.
Especially if you're listening to both. Yes. That's why I have her going a bit. Hopefully it's not too echoey. I can hear her on my phone and you are... This is what happens when you have somebody with ADD. We can't keep on one task at once. Let's multitask. And say hello to everybody.
I'm having a good laugh over here. This is funny.
It's like... Squirrel, squirrel, squirrel. Yeah, have you done... So, if you have any videos that can share how to do the Hangouts thing, because that would be cool if we could both be on the same live stream. Like, I've seen other people and they had them pop in and then they took over. That would be... Yes. There's some... speaking of squirrels... Okay, because literally I'm going to speak about a squirrel. I have a wooden shed at the back, and there's a stupid squirrel that keeps on popping in through the back of the thing, because there's a space there between the lid and the bottom, and it goes in there and goes and makes a mess in my garbage can, or somehow tries to eat through my green bin. But it's now ruining the back of my thing that's making it a hole bigger, so the space was this big, and now there's a spot where it's all chewed and scratched, and I'm like, oh. I just built it, like, in October? September? I mean, it was from Costco, but it was from a kit. You have a mouse. I might have a mouse in my garage. I know I did at one point. We had a mouse and we got it. But I know that there was one in the fall. But I think we got it. Because I haven't seen any evidence. But it's also been too darn cold to be really doing much in my garage. So, yeah. I'm not happy with mice. I don't... Stay out of my garage. I don't want them. And if they ever come into the house, like we've had a couple... In the past 15 years, we have maybe, I think, 3. They don't make it very far. Our cats catch them. And then they leave their bodies. I'm like, that's just crazy. Yeah, we have to figure out how to do that live. Ivy was hunting the one last night. Yeah, well, that's the thing is... you want them caught, but then you also don't want to find them. Like, you want to be in your own little world and not think about mice, because just like, ugh. Mice and bugs. If you've ever lived in low-income housing, you never want to do it voluntarily, because there's always something going on there. I always want to share love. Yep, I think everybody's... I don't know who else still is in here, but make sure that you're supporting one another. I think everybody is. There's a new person on Angie's one called Bumby DIY. You could check out her channel too. Pop over there. I think everybody in here is my usual participants. They're all... I think they probably already subscribed to you. And she has a couple of different ones in there. Like there's CZ and Bumby DIY. Please don't use poison. Think of the eagle. Oh yeah, no, I can't use poison. I would never. But I do the sticky traps, which are cruel for the mouse, because they kind of like stay there. Yes. I don't do poison because I also have cats. So if my cats went after a poisoned mouse, they would still probably eat it. Yeah, I know it's not as humane, but the ones with the wire ones, I kept on clicking my veg oil release mouse from sticky trap. Oh, I just throw the whole trap away. I just scoop it with a little shovel and throw it in the garbage. Maybe some other animal will eat it from the garbage. I don't know, but I know it's not poisoned. So, and same with the mouse, the metal mouse traps. They're quite expensive too. I tried using them. I have, see, my fingers are like little chubby little fingers. They kept on getting snapped in the frickin' mouse trap. So the mouse trap was more dangerous to me than the frickin' mice. And the mice around here in Canada, I think they're smart. They find a way to kind of shimmy the mouse trap and knock whatever cheese or peanut butter or whatever. So, balsam for essential oils work for mice. Okay, I've heard peppermint also. I do have some peppermint. Ooh, I went to Costco today. I was a little bit bad. My friend wanted to go to Costco. They hate balsam fir. Oh, and mint. Mint or peppermint? Because I have peppermint essential oil. I tried sprinkling mint, like, you know, the herb around. But I don't think that did anything. If anything, made a mess. So, but I wanted to show you something. I went to Costco today. I was a little bit bad because I bought some things that were not food. But they had their essential oils that I bought Christmas time that were $18.99 on for $12.97. Whenever you see the 97-cent mark on Costco, that means they're trying to get it out of the store. So it will still can probably go down, but you never know because more stuff is not going to be coming in. I'm going to show you because $12.97 is really good price. Where'd my Costco bag go? Oh, box. That's right. As I'm going to trip and fall. There's too many wires. But I wanted to show you what I got at Costco. Pace in the shed worked. So, got these 2 pairs of lounge pants for my daughters. At least for my youngest. I'm unsure if medium will be too big for my oldest because she's a bit smaller in the hips. But I'm going to get her to try them on. If they are, I'll pick up, when I go to Costco again, the size small, $20. And they're like jogging pants, between jogging pants and leggings. So, and that's right up my kids' alley. So this is the essential oils. 4 of them. I've been using almost daily the what's it called? The peppermint essential oil and the eucalyptus one for I saw on here it was for like pain. So I put it on my back and then I put it in my bathtub, and it's been wonderful smelling. So I'm like $12.97 for 4. There's orange, which I'm going to make some cleaning stuff with orange, and maybe for soap when I get to making soap. And eucalyptus, I mean, because that's great for sinus stuff. Tea tree, in case anybody ever has lice or that, or it's good for treating some sores. And peppermint. So that's about the cost of one oil. So, and then the Boursin cheese. This is one of these is $5 at the store. It was on sale for 2 of them for $5.49, and there is a new flavor called basil and chive. There's also the garlic herb ones, which is the ones I normally get. I picked up 2 of these because I'm like, ooh, yum. My family loves basil. Oh, and cupcakes, cool. Yes, or maybe in orange chicken too. And then they had sports bras for my girls. They like these sports bras. I picked up 1 package for my youngest, and she really enjoyed them. And they're ones that are, I think, adjustable. Like you could have them different ways. 2 of them for like $20. Even and they're a good brand. They're Puma. So I picked up 2. There's 2 different types. So again, not food items, not urgent needed, but. And then I picked up the asparagus like I did last time that I used for I used half a package for my steak lobster meal. No, I've never been dumpster diving because I don't have a car, so it's kind of hard to go dumpster diving, but I would, I'd be interested in checking it out. I have done free cycle and I've done curb pickup. I've rescued things from the curb, but not from an actual dumpster. But I think it's neat. But asparagus was $4.49 for 2.2 pounds, so 1 kilogram. At our store, if it's on sale, it's $2.99 a pound. So this is definitely cheap. Hi, Steve. How's it going? So I picked that for some veggie this week. Oh, that was another thing that was marked down. These were at the front, and they were, I think they were $6.97. These. My oldest likes makeup, and I know she has like 1 of these, and I think 1 of these. But this has 3, and it was like $6.97. So I figured I'd either pick it up and it comes with like some sort of sponge drying stand or however, I don't know. I know nothing about makeup. So, I got the, oh, I have a question. Okay. 1 second, I'll check over. And then, oh, I picked these up for my hubby. Some chocolate covered, well, hubby and me. Chocolate covered ovens. They weren't on sale, but he was complaining that I kept on eating his nuts, so I got him some chocolate covered ovens. And then the pasta, the ravioli, were on sale for $6.99 instead of $9.99 for 2 big, huge packages. So that would be 1 meal. That's like over a kilogram. Normally that's $10. And that price at Costco is a good price because elsewhere it's more. So, oh yes, cheese. That was the other thing. I did that. Their really good mozzarella cheese was on sale for $8.99. So that's less than a penny a kilogram. A penny a gram, I mean. So for me, my buy price is a penny a gram. So our blocks usually are 450 grams, 400 grams. They used to be 500 grams. So I say I don't want to pay more than $4.50 for a block of cheese. Hi, Mountain Mama. Sorry, I got all distracted with Costco. Showing, what's the question over there? Um, how's it going, Mountain Mama? Hi, June's family life. I just showed, well, I picked an impromptu thing at Costco. Oh, we're popping over. We're doing a tiny little raid over at Angie's channel. Might give you some opportunity to share the love and support somebody else as well, and they will sub up to you too. Give you a few things. Yeah, it's still, yeah, it just got sunny right now, even though it's going to set in a few. It's been raining all day. So I'm just checking. There was a question. There we go. I answered that question. Oh, now pop it over here. Do. I'm doing great, Mama. Well, today I had a mammogram. That's fun. That's what I've been up to. Next, I have to do blood work. You know, it's what happens when you get a doctor and you have to go and. I finally got my own GP. I've been going. You know, it's fine. It felt like having blood pressure on your boob. So just more stretching, going, oh, and I'm like, and I'm just thinking, how do people get this done if they don't have much going on here? Because there was lots of lifting and squishing and turn this way, don't look at what's going on. I'm like, what? Like, there's more contortion. It took about 20 minutes. I got to see what the pictures looked like. I'm like, but she just sends them off to radiology. I'm like, well, does it look good? And she's like, well, I don't see anything like obvious, but she goes, I don't look at them. Like, that's not her job. I'm like, okay. So she didn't notice anything, but her name was Jen too, so it was kind of nice. She goes, oh, my name is Jen too. So that was my most exciting thing of the day. And I didn't fall on the ice today. I fell on them yesterday. So that's about it. Yeah. Well, the reason I'm getting it done because I'm fairly young. I'm still 42. I'm 43 on Saturday. Because my mom got breast cancer at 42. And then 42, 43, and she died at 48 with breast cancer and bone cancer and some other cancer. There was three of them. So they wanted to start me early just to make sure everything was all good. Yes, Steve and Ford Van Man probably don't want to necessarily listen to conversation about mammograms. But men can get them too, because men can get breast cancer, especially if they're a bit overweight. So there's something with being overweight. It affects the tissues in there, and the fatty tissues can go all like wiggy. But it was much more pleasant than what I would think a male counterpart exam would be. Well, I made a joke because, those who know me know I'm kind of funny. I'm like, yeah, you probably see more boobs here than a strip club. And she's like, yeah, pretty much. So, yes, I was the same. My mom was freelancer, so I had my. Yeah. So I made a joke and she laughed. She's like, yeah, I see a lot of boobs. And so I asked questions. I'm like, well, what do girls do when they don't have a lot on top? Same thing that just squishes faster. Because it's the lift and separate. It's the more of like you feel like it's being ripped off you, versus the squishing of it. The squishing of it wasn't much. It was more of like lifting and pulling forward. That was like awkward, and I'm like, okay, like, and then the staying still. Yeah, the staying still and looking in different ways. So this is being happening over here, but I'm told to look this way, so I can't even look what's going on necessarily. So. So, but I got one down. Now next, I think I'm a bit more scared of getting blood tests than getting the mammogram because I hate needles. Did they run off? No, we didn't scare them off. Yes, but I don't know about male mammogram testers if they would get hired very often because most women don't want to have one done to begin with. And if there was a male there, because you have to manipulate things, we'd probably feel uncomfortable. I know I would, but I mean I've had a male doctor, and just doing the whole physical part before, it was uncomfortable the first time, but then afterwards it's like whatever. Well, yeah, they see everything, but as a patient, the patient would feel uncomfortable, not the doctor. No, not even better would be a gynecologist because, honest to God, there's women that have a whole bunch of like gross stuff happening down there. So it would turn you probably gay. It's one of those jobs that, well, not so pleasant. At least a mammogram, there's just like boobs. They're just skin. Yeah, you would regret. You'd see everything. Not so fun. So let's change the subject to something a little bit more fun. So I didn't have. I've asked people what they were having for supper. I had to take, as I said, I have chicken. I have to do something with. I'm contemplating. I'll look for some recipes for. Oh, excuse me, need my coffee. For Instant Pot with the chicken, I might make curry. But I don't think I'll make that necessarily for tonight. I'll make that probably for tomorrow. Chicken dumplings. See, I would like that. So the problem with some things is my husband doesn't like stew type things. Well, especially things with carrots thrown in there, because he says the carrots make everything taste like carrots. So meat and potatoes, good. Meat, potato, celery, maybe. Meat, potato, celery, onions, good. It's the carrots. So he'll have stew, but he'll have stew like once, maybe twice a year. He'll have soup more often. Um, And I made chicken and dumplings. Haven't made it for a couple of years, but I made it once a couple of years ago. And they liked it the first night, but not the second night. Because again, I can't make things for just one night. I'm always making double. It seems to multiply in my pots. My pots make double the amount of food. Nope, I am not. I got the little notice, I'm not monetized anymore. But I get to keep some of the monetized options that if I wasn't already monetized, I would have to be monetized to get. But I can't remember what they were. They were like something in creative studios and stuff. I don't remember. But I basically not being monetized. I'm not making money on my videos. Fair enough. Whatever. It's not like I was making a whole bunch anyways. And I can't do super chats until I get 1,000 subscribers. Fair enough. I wasn't doing that before. And I can't get sponsorships. Monetize. So the YouTube partnership, so you can get your channel monetized when you have 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time, which is 240,000 minutes. Basically, they're saying in a 24-hour period, not 24, 12-month period. So doesn't mean that there's not, like, I mean, I don't know if you've seen any of my videos. Is there still ads on them? So I think what it means is that there's still going to be ads on your videos. But when you are monetized, you get a percentage. You get like something like 1/100th of a penny, like honest. So I was monetized before the 10,000 views was. And I made like literally like $3 in a couple months. Then I got unmonetized because I didn't have 10,000 views. That was the new rule. I got remonetized in November because I hit the 10,000 views. And so I made a few dollars and stuff. And then I was starting to produce more products and videos and get new subscribers. And and then it was the new 1,000 things, which ended at midnight last night. So in total, in my AdSense account, I think I have $18. But that's it. Hi, Javon Slay. So that just means when I get my 4,000 view hours, which I'm over halfway there, which is good, and 1,000 subscribers, then I will get remonetized again. Yeah, you get the super chat if you have 1,000 followers. So that's good. But with the super chat, YouTube takes 30%. So every dollar, you get 70 cents. I mean, they are a company, right? Well, they take it. No. So the money that I made is still in that account. So when I get remonetized again, I'll have still the $19 in my AdSense account. I'll just add on to it. But what it just means is that the ads that will be playing on my videos, I won't be seeing that 1/100th of a penny for whatever ads. Because that's literally like how much it is. It's not a lot. And so the new rules, you have to kind of think of it like this. It's a good and bad thing, right? So basically, it's saying that, it wants to put its money, like YouTube is a business. So as a business, they want to put quality ads for you to earn money on channels where there's plenty of viewership and plenty of people to watch those ads, because they get paid as per views for the ads, and you get paid per views for the ads when you hit that level. But what's happening is that the smaller channels that don't have a lot of views or whatever, it was I think it was costing YouTube itself more money to put the ads on those channels than they or people were making from it. Like literally, you're making you'd have to have 100 views on one video to make that penny Okay, that penny ain't going to go very far. And even then, depending on the ads, you got different percentages of monies. Like, I don't know the math. So, this will hopefully, like the way that they said, will weed out the people that are making channels up and copying people's videos, because there's been a few channels that have been locked down because they were just making new channels, copying people's videos. Within 30 days, they'd have a verified channel and have 10,000 views or whatever, and just make money off other people's stuff. So this will hopefully eliminate that, because you have to have 1,000 subscribers as well as 4,000 view hours. And this will deter people from cheating and from, stealing that way, stealing creator viewer content. This will hopefully mean that by the time that you are at 1,000 viewers and 4,000 hours, you've got enough fan base, enough community, that when you're producing a video, you might be making $1 or $2 per video. So your checks, once they're hitting $100, like you get $100, or whatever the month ends, you get a check for either $100 or more at that number. I think it's the 20th of the month or so. I don't know. I've never seen a check, so I don't know. So that means that you'll be getting a check faster with that more viewership. While people who have had a channel for 5 or 6 years maybe have seen one check. Yeah? On number. Let's see, what's not on the... I'm missing some. I've seen others not monetized, but they get super... Yeah, you can get Super Chat at 1,000 subscribers. And then that's where... So honestly, that is where you'd make more money. On Super Chat, as well as getting sponsors. As well as privately being sent donations through like PayPal or Patreon or whatever. Exactly. I'm not here to make money. If I got money, it would be a bonus. It would not be something I would be relying on, because they could take it away anytime, and that's their prerogative. It's their company, right? And affiliate links. Yes, more people make money off Amazon affiliate links and other ones. I don't know them all. I'm going to try and find some videos on them of how to actually make, but most people get money from sponsors. So, well, first, when you're small, you might get a sponsor coming up to you, say if you do a cooking channel, hey, I have a product I'd like you to review. I want honest review. I'll give you the product for free, maybe give you money, but usually it's just the product for free. So you get a free product. Hey, great. I'm not going to balk down for free, to say no to free products, as long as it's something I agree with and it's okay with my channel. Like, I don't want free products of like adult stuff, cooking stuff. Great. If you want me to try a new food product, like a new ramen noodle or something like that, sure, send me it. I'll try it out. I'll give an honest review if I like it or not, But what it is that these companies will see you as a brand, and basically free advertising for their product, right? So then they might come to you when your channel's bigger. Like at 1,000 subscribers, they're not necessarily coming to you either. They'll come to you and say, okay, I'd like you to review my product, but I'll also give you $500 or whatever. I don't know the amounts. And as you get a bigger channel, like a lot of these makeup channels that do makeup, these products get sent to them for free, so they get free product, plus they get like a salary or something. We'll pay you $500 a month if you do so many reviews of our products or whatever. So it's a job. And that's fine if that is what you want. But you have to have a certain niche, and you have to have sponsors for that thing. You've already been offered. Cool. See, I've never been offered nothing. Probably because I don't have a way to contact me in most of my videos. I should probably put an email address in there somewhere. Actually, I have to change my email to one of my other gen emails because my number 2 one is getting full. I keep on having to erase crap in there. But yeah, they contact you. They basically, most times it's just offering you a free product. But if it's something that you use, like say if you do cars and you fix cars, and it's products that, you know, a jack for a car lifter, or a new wrench, or whatever, it's free product. If you don't have to spend that money, then you have extra money for elsewhere. Wow, the ice 50 chickens is ahead. You should take some video of your freezing rain. That's kind of cool. Exactly. I have it enabled anyway. So when I meet it, it'll pop up. Oh yeah, you're definitely not going to get rich off of YouTube, off subscribers and people watching your videos. There are some that have been doing it for like the past 10 years since YouTube has started, and they are making income because they have like 1 million subscribers, and they're making videos that people want to watch. Not necessarily like my type of videos are more educational or learning or how to, while their videos are like pranks and stuff. Yes, YouTube. I have a few subscribers that were watching me with YouTube Red, so I was making more off them. I don't know. I was making maybe 2 pennies off them. I don't know. Better ads. Oh, like Shaytards? What's Shaytards? Oh, we're talking. Well, I'm catching up on the chat. We were talking. This live chat started off with some Canadian healthcare, and then we got off to what was for supper, and then got off onto the who in here was still monetized from yesterday's deadline, and I think there's only one in here. And then there was how people sponsor you or do product reviews and making money, and I said you're not necessarily making you're not really making money off YouTube, like enough to live off of. Where you're making the money is the affiliate links or the sponsorships or cash, the super chats or whatever. That's where you're making the money. Because on the YouTube ones, you're making like 1/100th of a penny. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what time. I went to bed at 9, but I figured it was 11:59. Yeah, they cut me off too. No, I'm not on Amazon affiliate links. My husband has one set up for, he volunteers with, I think it's Canadians with Disabilities Ontario, and he has one through, he set up for there. So I'd have to ask him and figure that out to put on mine, maybe. But that's where you'd make the money. You might make a couple pennies versus 1/100th of a penny. Please support Up and Down. So anybody like Manda or that you haven't seen yet, please support, share the love. You have the subs, yes, because I was gonna say I think you had the subs, but watch time. Yeah, I'm still just over 2,000. I'm, I think, almost 2,100 now. So at this rate, my goal is, let me see. At this rate, I could possibly, the earliest I could probably get back into the program would be at end of March. If I hustled like I've been hustling the past 2 months. Like I was hustling just before I got the email, and then hustling. I've been hustling my butt off to be something. Well, yes. So if you actually want to try and use YouTube as a platform to making money, it it's not through the monetization of your channel. Hi, a trendy gal. Lunch break. What time is it there? It's like almost 5 here. And um, you'd make money by affiliate links by getting your channel up to 1,000 subscribers, where people might donate $1 or whatever to you. You'd make more in that dollar than you would with 100 people watching one video. You've been living on lives, Jen. I'm surprised you didn't get it. I tried a couple of lives. My kids don't cooperate. Yes, I've been living on live streams. So the reason why I've been doing live streams, I'm popping them in. It helps with watch time, so that helps. But I still have editing to do on some videos. I was having some computer problems with a couple of videos I was editing, and I got frustrated. I said F it. So, so I took a little break and decided to connect with you guys. I've been just kind of wrapping my head about things. And then this past weekend I had planned to do more editing videos, but my plans got kiboshed because I spent 7 hours in the hospital with my oldest on over 2 days. So, and then by the time I got home, I didn't feel like doing anything, so I just pop in for lives, because honestly, live streams are great for community building, which I've found has really increased. Like, just looking at my numbers, like my statistics, since I've started live streams, my subscriptions have gone up, my comments on my videos have gone up, like legitimate comments, not just like, hey, sub me, like, people have watched my videos. My view time has increased, and I've gotten some like real followers, right? And I've connected with a lot of yous that we get. Like, I have a lot in common with a lot of my viewers, that, like, maybe not even the same thing in common with them, but I have like a connection. I'm like, oh, now I'm invested in you as a channel, that I'm going to spend my time to watch your videos because you're spending the time to watch mine. And it's not for exchange, it's more of just like, you think that my videos are good enough to watch, that I'm going to check out your videos too. Living. Oh, yeah, I can't get my kids to be on here. That's why I do it once they go to school or once they're in bed, or in the evening, like supper time. Like right now, my hubby's not home yet, so I'm doing it before supper. Hey, NKY Homesteading. Awesome. Yes, I'm investing in you too. I've popped into your live streams and support you. Oh, thank you, Trendy Gal. My video abilities need to improve, and my editing needs to improve. I know that. But I hope that I share the gist of my video, especially like cooking and stuff like that, and show you kind of where I'm at. I'm just not as skilled as some channels are. Nice job coming up on a historical home. Hey Laura, how's it going? North Carolina. From Charlotte. Exactly, and like, I have some gardening stuff. I wouldn't necessarily call myself a gardener. I garden, but if we actually had to live on what I produce, it would be tomato basil salads. That's about the only thing that seems to grow in any amounts in my gardens. Oh, parsley, and my backyard I have oregano growing like wild. So I'm good on herbs. My in-laws grow Christmas trees in mountain. Cool. Also grow worms. Yes, I grow worms very well. And okay, where I live, there's huge, crazy slugs, like and grubs, which are bad for your grass. That's why my front of my house is a lawnless lawn. If you look at some of my other videos, you'll see it's all flowers and stuff because the grass was just not growing. And my neighbors on both sides, they keep on digging up the dandelions and digging up the grubs and getting rid of them. I just planted more invasive plants than dandelions. My garden in the front, if I see one dandelion, maybe two all year, it's what they're. My neighbors, their lawns sometimes are quite yellow because my other plants are more invasive. Like I have a lot of like brown-eyed Susans or Jerusalem artichokes plants, um, lily of the valley, which are nice flowers and stuff, but they're invasive. So that's what's taken on my front yard, and they grow really well, and I haven't watered them in 15 years. How do you grow worms? They're just growing in the ground. I was saying my gardening abilities were not, if we had to live off of my gardening abilities, it would be like tomato and basil and oregano. Even parsley, I don't really do so well. So that's all. So, and just saying that the worms grow really well in my garden. And dirt really grows really well. Well, I know. And they take over. But the one thing with lily valley, they're easy to dig up where you don't want them. It says I don't have a green thumb. I have a green thumb outside. Anything I bring inside to grow, though, unless I've started it from seed, and even then it's kind of iffy, it dies. Probably because I forget I have to water it. But yeah, if I can plant it outside, if it doesn't, like literally my front lawn, I have never watered it in 15 years. Never. Like there's not even a hose, like the hose connection is in the garage behind the freezer. I can't even get to it. And you can see it's quite green and flowers and stuff. I let nature water it. My backyard garden, I actually have to water. But this year I didn't have to because we rained so much. And I have garden plots at the community garden. That's cute. It was almost 50 degrees here today. Fahrenheit, which is plus 9 degrees Celsius. Don't look at the plants, they might die. Pulling an Oreo kid just for kids. Could I try it once, Jen? What do you mean an... Okay, pulling an Oreo kid. Feel like pulling an Oreo kid just for kicks. I don't know what that's referring to. I'm sometimes dense in that sense. What's pulling an Oreo kid? How are you doing it? Kind of bad mood argument in real life. Yeah, I know Oreo kid's a Uber, but how are you pulling one? That's all I don't know. Must be weird warm spell coming through. Yeah, well, it's been raining all day. And it was fog. Hey, I'm Oreo Kid. Come to my live stream right now and buy my shirts. Oh, okay. Yeah, well, he comes in and he goes in and self-promote. That's fine. At least he comes in and usually chit-chats for a while, too. Mountain Mama, I'm going to try herb garden. Cool. Need more mods. Oh, I've got 2 so far. I haven't had anybody be trolls yet, so that's the good thing. Nope, I haven't had trolls, knock on wood, for about 3 or 4 days. He's a trip funny as all get out. Take a look at my first video trending. My husband made it for me. Cool, Mama. Cool. Awesome. Oh, yeah, no problem. Yeah, no, I just usually pop a couple people on that have been on my channel a lot, so I will keep you in mind. If I don't have any mods, I'll pop some more in. That sometimes happens. Some people aren't on at the same time I'm on. So are you still monetized, Laura? Did you manage to hit the 4,000 hours? I just noticed, I just popped over to your channel, like, yeah, you're over 1,000 followers. Hey, Mama. Yes, you pop in, and usually in for 10-15 minutes at least. But yeah, I mean, I don't know what people's time zones are. Yeah, I did. I believe so. um, oh yeah, well he pops in and says silly things like that. He has more than 2 subs. Jen, were you like me yesterday and feeling like a politician after a loss? Well, it must feel like after voting day. Yeah, and a little bit. I mean, I tried. I tried hard. I I think honestly, I think I succeeded. Not necessarily in my final goal, but I didn't think I was going to succeed anyways. I mean, literally, I hustled the past month and a half, like since end of December. I had made a point of like I was hustling this year, and then we got the email, and so I was definitely hustling. So yeah, I've got to get some rest. Yeah, everybody's been sick lately around here, but I went from my channel at the beginning of January, like when I came into the new year. I was at 200 and something followers. I'm at 868 or 866 or something like that. So I increased in a month and a half like 600 followers. My watch time at the end of December was, let's see, 60,000 minutes or something like that. Not a lot, not great amount. Well, now my analytics, where is it? I changed it to hours. I'll switch it back. And it's been like since January, so I've been pushing, like I've been following people, but not telling them to follow me back. I've so I have 2,067 hours. Let me see what that is in minutes, because I was at 60,000 in beginning, like when I started the new year. And that was before my New Year's Eve grocery haul in -30 weather. That was fun. Let me see. What's the Yeah. So yeah, it says like previous period. What's it? Here's my. How do I change back to minutes? Watch time. Second. just trying to figure out. It's all about how exactly. It's helping about the little guys, and support. Like you can see my thing. So I've been, growing. Like that's showing the past year. Growing. Okay, escape. Growing. May, June, December, and then January before the email. Growing, and then since the email, there's been a huge spike. Actually, that huge spike. So right there, this is where the spike is. So I grew significantly before the email, and huge spike, and it's slowed down a little bit. That's because of the date and stuff. But I've had like my most busiest time was on the 10th of February. My biggest spike, I had a huge spike. Like I had a huge spike in the 2nd of January, and then but the 20th of January I had another big spike. But it's compare metric. What's it? It was YouTube watch time hours. Well, that's on the different days. I'm still trying to figure out where things are in here. So I have 2,067 hours. So I'm over half. But I was at 2,000 hours Friday, Wednesday or so. Exactly. Can we raid a friend? Do you have a link to somebody to raid? Sure. Need to figure out how. Yes. I need to have smell-o-vision, and I need to have taste-o-vision. So let's start making that technology to pop there. Oh. Exactly. We're real people, and we have a lot to contribute. We're not professionals, so you get to be like sitting down at my kitchen table and chatting with me, or sit in my kitchen while I'm cooking. So let's raid this person that Ford Van Man FBM posted and share the love. Oh. So pop over there and share the love.
The love Jen.
So yeah.
Oh my. Or it's just crazy. Today you're gonna have a good day. You go have a good day because you decided you're gonna have a good day.
It's not letting me. Okay. The channel is. I'm just trying to go back to mine. The problem is when I clicked it from the computer, it took me out of my own. So it is called SOL Myra. I'm going to type it in there. Let's see if I spelled right. M-I-R. Yep. So that's the channel name. Ford Van Man, you said Jen and Katana, not Kanata. So I'll put the link again. Oops, wrong channel. Up there. Well, we're sharing the love.
And I said, you know what? It's not true. All FBM, the FBM prophet don't know even know letters. That's why I need you guys to give me like control here. Um, okay, this is what I was like, no, you know what? Oh, FBM, awesome, thank you, hi, friend. Trendy, trendy. Oh, but okay, I'm gonna get you after this. Cause I get the notifications. So then when somebody subs to me, when I get the notifications, I click on theirs and stuff like that. Oh my goodness, you guys, thank you so much. You guys are gonna, your friends are gonna be like, what did you do? It's fine, it's all good. Um, so I hit the wall, right? So I hit the pole, and I'm thinking it's gonna be a bad. Oh,
Yeah. She was talking about
and then what happened was, I thought,
she feels convicted. She was fun, yeah.
there's only one way to go now.
Cool. Hi, Collingwood Acre.
Go have a good day.
Well, thanks for coming by.
But it today.
We're also popping in. If you have another tab, you could pop in and say hello to
In front of a high traffic area.
SOL Myrera.
And sure enough, the day went up. Why? Because things
We're
got
popping and saying hello, sharing the love. Because why not? That's what I like.
mother of four. I gotta ask, what's the key? What's advice to all moms, new under 4 kids, wise lady? For one, uh, Jesus. Jesus, because kids be crazy. Okay? Honestly, I don't think that without God, the parent let's go raising old school Mexican style. Throw a chancla at them. That's my number one secret, is turning to God and guarding their lives. And another thing is that one day, all those Legos, all those toys, all the stuffed animals that are scattered all over the living room, the spilled milk, the unwashed dishes,
Hello, Raysion Buck. How's it going? We are doing a quick little raid on this channel and sharing the love. Feel free to share the love in here. And we're popping in and chatting with them, clicking the thumbs up button, and finding new friends. Oh, I'm supporting you there, Razorian Buck. Became your 181. Say, there you go.
guess what? I have
And that's came from that channel. There you go. Awesome. Well, that's what we kind of do. We sometimes do raids. We mostly chat and we share the love. That's kind of what we do. So I'm supporting you back.
Hey girl, what's up?
That's awesome.
Grandma Jen.
My test, it was good. It took 15 minutes.
Did you see the email?
Hey, SJ Vlogs and Songs. How's it going?
I thought mama.
Yeah, she's so excited to have Pudge people in there.
I just
No problem. That's kind of what I do.
FBM, she's
I
awesome.
love sharing the love.
FBM YouTuber today. Hi from Jen. Amanda Jen. Yay! Watch out, Amanda. He's a pretty face. Oh, they will love you. Keep going. Oh, you guys, yes, keep subbing to each other, please. Keep subbing to each other. You guys are awesome. Get to know each other. Watch each other's videos. It gets crazy. Basket dance. You guys gotta hear what happened with the basket dance. He came back over from Jen and, hey, name nesting. Oh my goodness. I gotta get you guys, as soon as I'm done with this, you guys sub to me. I'll get the notification
There we go.
and I'll be able to sub back to you. Or when this live stream's over, comment below.
Good. Yeah, not too bad. Had a mammogram. Not the funnest thing, but it is what it is. And hey, it's free here in Canada. Literally. Cost me nothing. Got the appointment, talked to my doctor. They sent the requisition, called the appointment, and in 2 business days had one. It just felt like blood pressure machine on your boobs. So not a big thing. Could be worse.
I have a 12-year-old.
Yeah, it's just being a squish. And she said it looked okay, but she doesn't read the results. She sends it to a radiologist that does that. But it's one of those things because since there's a huge history in my family, I was kind of worried because, well, my mom got breast cancer at 42. I'm 42. And she died at 48. So there's lots of history on her side and my dad's side of cancer and all that stuff. So may as well get it all checked out and see where I am now. And I'm not too worried. Like, there was nothing. I wasn't being sent to get done because there was something questionable. I was being sent because I have family history, and because normally they don't do that until you're like 50. I'm not 50 yet. If I was 50, I look pretty darn good for 50, don't I? it, I it was more just uncomfortable as that kind of like it just felt more like you're feeling like when you're pulling your skin being stuck, like when you sit on like a plastic seat and you get up and your skin is still stuck to the seat. That's the kind of feel you felt under, like not on the boob, but underneath, like on your ribs. That was the most uncomfortable part. Like I was feeling like but that was it. Hi, Food Forest Permaculture. Yeah, please share the love. We have a couple new people. We're doing a little, yeah, because I'm sure that guys have also, like, it's less painful, less invasive than, like, a pap smear, and that's worse. That's no fun. But I'm sure guys' physical exams are not much fun either. Hi, Six in the Mix. We're popping into this channel and doing a little quick raid. Share the love. Support everybody in here first. Make sure you give a thumbs up. And we're popping over there and we're going to say hello. And give them a thumbs up. And chit chat. And we're just... Oh, there's a couple people. Yep. Share the love. Tell them you're popping in for my channel if you want. And just at least give a thumbs up. I loved you. Yes, he's awesome. He's awesome. I'm awful with names. I know you've told me your name, Food Forest, but I've forgotten it now. My brain just went blank. How do you get there, Jen? If you click on the link, I'll give you the link again. You just click and you either, if you're on your phone, it pops you out of mine and goes to hers. That's fine. But if you're on a computer, you can click it. Or open up another tab and look for the name SOL Myria. Let me just make sure I spelled it right. Yeah. Good, I spelled it right. Yes, Howie. Because I'm like, I knew it was a sort of unusual name, but semi-popular. So I'm just going to call you Howie Mandel. Because that's only Howie I know that's famous. FFP Howie. Gotta remember that. FFP Howie. If you see this wave at the cam, hello, how are you? Feel free to share love and check out these other channels. Friends from Vancouver, BC, Canada. Yes, because I knew you were in BC. That's gonna go take care of the animals and start dinner. Have a great night, Amber. Have a great night, Amanda. See you next time. Jen in Jakarta? So I can't open it. Okay. I'm sorry, Mama. You could try searching for the name. I put it up here earlier. S-O-L Maria. Just go into YouTube and look for the name, and you can pop into her channel to say hello if you want. Or you can just stay here too. But, yeah, S-O-L in capitals, and then Maria. It's much like Maria. Okay. I just have the volume down, so I'm hearing only a little bit. Yeah, that's where we are. We're also here. Was I doing it wrong? You're from Vancouver too. I'm in Canada, Ottawa, Ontario, Canada. So Canadians in the house. Woohoo! He took. Yeah, just living in Alberta right now. Well, cool. Well, I'm sure it's colder there than it is here today. It's like, well, right now it's +4 Celsius, and today it was up to +8 or +10. Like, we had rain and melting stuff. This may be the worst ice storm I've ever experienced so far. Okay, I hope you're taking some video. This would be good stuff for your YouTube channel there. Hey, Jen. Yes. Jakarta? Seriously, SJ? That's fine. That was a unique one for me. Usually I get Katana. Actually, Ford Van Man said from Katana. I'm like, Kanata. I'm like, well, at least Jakarta is probably warmer. I think it's like always summer there, isn't it? Got 2+ inch. Oi. 9 more hours of stuff. Yeah, take some video of that. My video of the ice storm here got like that we had at the beginning of January. I just took a bit of the rain and the ice on the trees and stuff, and it was only like a couple-minute video. It got like a lot of likes and views. So, hey, when nature gives you working creator material, go with it. So, I'm just going to be right back. I'm going to get a coffee, and I will be back. So please entertain yourselves. And make sure you share the love. Remember to leave a thumbs up. Yes. I'll be right back. things over. Actually, I'm going to have you guys come with me. I gotta start doing some cooking for supper. So you're going to come with me. Apparently my family needs to eat. And I need to do stuff for the chicken I have that has defrosted. Just gotta make sure this is all cleaned up. I think I'm just going to cook them in the Instant Pot plain, and then put, just some light here, and then put some, I'm going to put you down for a second. Trying to find something to put you on, so you can see me. That's my coffee heating up, because of course, it is there. Impromptu cooking show, why not? But problem is I need to find something flat to put you guys on, so you're not just necessarily seeing like my shirt. So what am I going to use that's flat in my kitchen? Well, it's going to be just an Instant Pot thing. Here's my dried beans jar. That'll be wide enough, I think. Oh. So yeah, I'm just cleaning out my Instant Pot. I made ribs in it, so now just cleaning it out. Bye, Jen. Gotta go check the heaters. Yes, go please check the heaters. Make sure your chickens are good. Take a video to edit later. So yeah, I'm just cleaning up my Instant Pot. And I'm just literally going to take out the wonderful chicken. So this, I had bagged it up to be multiple meals. I'm going to use some stock. So I have some stock that I put in the fridge. Chicken stock or beef stock, I can't remember. Because I did a bunch of stock this weekend. So I'm going to use that to pressure cook my chicken. But I had bought this chicken, my last grocery haul, and I had bagged it into 3 breasts each. Oh, I got that rack in. Just a second. My family is 4, there's the rack. And I'm using my silicone Instant Pot rack that I got for Christmas too. I'm just putting that at the bottom. So my chicken is not necessarily sitting in the liquid. And just putting the chicken, dumping it in. But I'm going to do all the chicken. I'm just going to throw these bags out. I sometimes use them, but not usually when it's used raw meat, unless I really want to wash them and use them for the same type of meat. But I'm more, here's more chicken, and I'm just literally dumping them in the pot. I'm not having them sit in the water. I could, but I find having them sit in the water, then they get more of a texture like crock pot. And you know how sometimes a texture of crock pot is like dry and wet at the same time? Like kind of like the rice I make without using my Instant Pot or rice maker. It's a special way of making rice that's not recommended by anybody. And there's another one. So yeah. So I had my container that was in the freezer, in the fridge, that was my, not the fridge, my container in the garage, that was my freezer. Because I have a freezer as well, but I had overbought some stuff. And I put some things, had the chicken in, so I'm now just throwing this all in, and I'm going to cook it up. I'm just throwing this out, the bag. But it's super easy, like literally I put, what, 1.5 cups to 2 cups of broth in there. I could just cook it as that, and it would be just plain cooked chicken, but I'm going to add just a few seasonings. I'm just going to wash my hands first. But I love garlic, so I'm throwing garlic powder in it. Just pour. And I'm going to put some pepper. I would put steak spice too if I wanted to. And, well, I like a lot of pepper, so I'll probably go put a bit more. And I have here just some onion powder that I'm going to put in there too. Because who doesn't like onions, right? Well, not many in my family. I'm just going to make sure all the seasoning hits all the pieces of chicken. Because some are going to have way more at the top than the ones at the bottom. So I'm just going to stir it around. And I'll show you what I did. And then at the end I'm going to have a wonderful broth. And chicken in there. Just going to put more pepper. Can't affect me this time currently eating. Well, good. Grab a snack. Just making sure I put lots of pepper because I like my pepper. And just more powder, onion powder, because I just switched the pieces around. So the ones that were on the top that got the powder are now at the bottom. And garlic. And I'll put a little bit of sea salt. Sprinkle that in there. Because my broth that I have in there does not have salt in it. It's just cooked bones and veggie scraps. And I think it was chicken. I'm trying to remember. I did a few of them. So, just stirring that around, dropping out the salt to make sure it goes to all of them. Just going to rinse my hands again. But the thing I love about the Instant Pot, well, you drop it for a quick impromptu cooking too. So in there, here I'll put the camera to show it. So there's the chicken. And there's like 9 pieces of chicken, so that's going to be for at least 2 meals in there. Or a meal, and I'm just seasoning, I seasoned it salt, pepper, garlic, and onion powder. And there's about a cup and a half, almost 2 cups of chicken broth at the bottom. So that's what's going to cook it in the Instant Pot. And then that way I'll have cooked chicken to do it. And I have my Instant Pot outside my kitchen because the plug, like the cord is short, and I don't have a lot of plugs in the kitchen near where the counter space is. So I'm just going to use my right hand because I'm right-handed. So I have it on a little end table in my dining room. So you can see it now in the Instant Pot in the machine. I'm going to put this down. And the lid on. Oh, I have to plug it in too. Just getting the lid on it. There. So there's my Instant Pot. There's lid on. Gotta lock it. And, sure, 24 minutes pressure cook. And in 24 minutes I have to clean those spills from the ribs. It'll go up to pressure, and then 24 minutes at pressure, and then it'll come down. So, now I at least have a protein cooking. I'm going to do half of it, I think curry, because I'll just use a sauce. Right now I just threw some chicken in the Instant Pot. I was just saying, I was using my Instant Pot, my garage. I need to turn on a light in here. The sun just went down. I don't have light from my window, as I had before. As I'm getting attacked by stuff. Yep, please share the love, support one another. If you're new to my channel, welcome. Thank you for popping by. But I was like, oh, it's 5 o'clock. I should start making something for supper. There we go. Now I'm settled. Oh, Maria ended. I'm still on her channel over there too. So, yeah, no, I was just, so I was using my garage with a cooler in it as a freezer. But last 2 days it's been above 0, so yesterday's stuff was still frozen in it, today not. So I'm cooking it all up. Unfortunately, I had 3 things I had set up of chicken, so about 3 meals if I was going to do like a casserole or something. But now I'm just going to cook it up, and then I'm going to freeze some for another time. Or it'll be for a meal tomorrow. So that's why I just seasoned up the chicken with some salt, pepper, garlic, some onion powder. Threw it in there with a thing of stock that I had already made that I had in my fridge, about a cup and a half of stock, to help cook it. That way I'll have like plain chicken that's seasoned, that is versatile to whatever my heart desires. Because I have lots of sauces and stuff, so I can easily make a quick curry or butter chicken with the chicken, because it'll easily come off. And because I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm also going to make tomorrow, well, I think I'll make tonight, make some pad thai for tomorrow, because I have also pork chops that I have to take off the bone. So I'll probably make a pad thai with whatever leftover chicken is here and some pork for tomorrow. Steve, are you talking about me or are you talking about Maria's chat? Hey, his and her homestead. How's it going? Oh, yes. So I have an Instant Pot I got for Christmas, and I absolutely love it. Love, love, love. Made ribs this weekend. Oh my goodness. Mwah. Love. I've made ribs about 4 times since I did my Instant Pot ribs video. And I have like 4 more packages of ribs in my freezer. Because I bought them, well, my grocery haul video, which was from 2 weeks ago, which I haven't finished editing. You'll see what I got it at. They were on sale a month ago, but they ran out of stuff, so I got a rain check. So always when things are on sale in your grocery store and they run out, if your store gives you rain checks, get them, and then ask for the maximum amount you'll get the rain check for, which for me was 5. So I got 5 packs of ribs that were normally $20 per pack. They priced them to the price that they were on sale, and I paid $6 to $7 per 2 racks. That's Canadian dollars too, because it was $1.88 a pound, which is like crazy cheap. You don't see that sale until like the summertime when it's like barbecue season. Oh yeah, my channel is lots about cooking. So always grab a snack if you watch any of my videos. You might have already subbed, so YouTube has been sneaky. I was I was on a channel, I had subbed them before. I went back and they had unsubbed me, and I'm like, I've been watching their videos. So it was, YouTube sometimes unsubs you. Maybe I hadn't watched them in a while or that. Maria's, okay. It sounds like Maria, but I was saying Maria. Awesome. Well, thank you for sharing the love and reading me back. And you get to find some new people to make friends with. It's okay. Yes, YouTube will delete sometimes. They'll delete your sub. It's why first time in 3 years food forest permaculture. Oh my ribs. Freezer burnt sucks. But you can use some. Depends on how freezer burnt they are. Because as you could see with my channel, as well as if you knew me in real life, I hate throwing stuff out. So, what? Bad YouTube. Bad YouTube. You're not allowed to unsub you from my channel. But, with freezer burnt ribs, depends on how much freezer burnt there is. You could possibly cut off the freezer burnt part and cook the rest. And you can make it taste decent that way. Or taking the freezer burnt meat and cooking it in a soup will usually take away the freezer burnt texture. The long cook process of it. Also, maybe if you have an Instant Pot and do it in pressure cooking, it will also make it tender too and won't have that texture stringiness of it. Or give it to your animals. Cook it up or give it raw if your animals eat raw food. Oh my daughter. Abby, I can hear you on YouTube here. Be quiet. Stop yelling. Rowan, stop bugging your sister. Sorry, I somehow popped out of my channel. I apologize, I'm just popping. I just saw something on your channel, but I want to try and get back here. see you. Because I'm not catching the chat here. Because I'm going way too fast. There we go. Sorry. Oh, my daughter passed away and I used to do videos but just could not. Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that about your daughter. You could make a nice bone broth with your freezer burnt ribs. I'm sorry to hear that. How old was she? Was she ill for a long time? Hello, Bitty Boo Brown. Oh. That sucks. Oh. Yeah. That sucks really bad. Fentanyl has been, at my daughter's high school, there was 2 deaths over Christmas, just before Christmas break from fentanyl. Because it's all laced in things like, even, and some of these kids were doing it the first time and stuff. It's been quite big in Ottawa, Canada area, because the kids have disposable money and will buy stuff from wherever. Just a second. I'm gonna. Hey Google, broadcast.
What's the message?
Hey girls, please be quiet. I can hear you upstairs on the YouTube. So you're being recorded.
Okay.
Oh, it was in her food. So somebody spiked her food. So she didn't even take it herself. Like, ouch. Okay, that sucks, Howie. So sorry. Like, my girls are 15 and 16, so I completely, if that happened to me, I think I would be on a suicide watch myself. Okay, what was she doing? Yeah. Well, she's going to get in trouble if she doesn't get her homework done, so don't worry about it. Just go. Okay, you have to put a bag over it. Yeah. Gotta watch them like a hawk. So it was put in. Oh, yeah. Get a bag. Get a bag and I will tape it. Here's a towel. And here's a piece of the. Okay, well, nice to have you here for food forest permaculture, Howie. And I'm sorry for your loss. And I really hope you enjoy. Put it on your arm. You enjoy popping over here. Sorry, I'm just going to be wrapping up my daughter's arm so she can take a bath. I will be right back. Please share the love while I'm gone. I'll be just a couple minutes. past the caster. Just make sure you try and get it. Okay, fine. Oh, my coffee. I gotta get my coffee. I'll be right back. No, I hate it. I need to heat it up again. Abby, you have studying to do. You have a retake tomorrow. Whatever, it was loud before I called you down. Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You can go now. Okay, I'm back. Remember the coffee I reheated earlier, and I got sidetracked with putting chicken in the Instant Pot? Well, I reheated it again because it got cold. Yes, share the love. Check everybody out. Squirrel. Sorry, I'm back. Yeah, my daughter has a partial cast on with a tensor bandage, so I had to put a plastic bag and tape it so she could take a bath because she can't get it wet. We get to go to orthopedic or orthotics at CHEO next week. Yeah, well here in Ottawa, and you can go to the pharmacy and get one of those anti-drug. Like if you see somebody overdosing, you get this drug that they have with the ambulances. So actually, a lot of the moms I know here in Canada that have teenage kids, whether it's for like, even though their kids might not participate in drug use, their friends might. So if their friends are over, and whether they participate in drug use before they come over, they at least have this anti-drug overdose, like EpiPen thing that they can jab in them while they're calling 911, and that usually usually saves lives like 95% of the time, because sometimes the wait for the ambulance, which should be less than 10 minutes, can be life or death, you know? Because you don't know sometimes when somebody has overdosed until it's done. But yeah, we can get them at the pharmacy anywhere here. You don't even need a prescription. You just go and ask for them. And you have to pay for them. I think it's $20 or something. But I know most of my mom's groups here that are local have one in their purse or whatever, in case they happen to see somebody even though it's quite widespread, it was around like over Christmas holidays. There was, I think, 4 or 5 kids in the area that, like, I think there's 3 that died, and there was 4 or 5 other ones that had overdosed, and that. Yeah, I can't say that. Gotta say, support Square the bling, oh shiny. Squirrel, bling, yes. Well, that was the thing. It's like, oh, it's 5 o'clock. I should start supper. Let's heat up coffee. Oh, let's bring my live stream to see me putting chicken in an Instant Pot. See, here, like, because there was such, I don't know, there was such a huge amount, like, since the summertime to, like, now, there was, like, a huge amount of teens be affected. Either they were taking stuff and it was laced with fentanyl, or they were purposely taking it, or it was accidental and it was happening. Often that they did a call for the company that had these, because when you call for a drug overdose, the paramedics come and they give you literally an EpiPen of it. Like, it's not EpiPen, but it's like an EpiPen of it, and it's I think somebody said it was $20, and they just keep it on them. All the schools have it as well, just in case safety measures, kind of like a fire extinguisher. You know, not necessarily that they don't trust their own kids. It's more of the kids' friends and that. So supper. Oh, I got it done early for church. Guess what? No church tonight because of the weather. Don't you just hate it when that happens? I did that when we had our freezing rain. I got supper. I got my kid fed, and we started to leave early because of the weather. And then halfway, like about 3 or 4 stops on the bus, we got a call from the organizer saying they were canceling choir. And I'm like, okay, we're already in the bus. Yes, the weather was crappy. I was slushy and stuff like that. But I'm like, well, let's stop at the mall, and we did some shopping. And then we came back. Because I'm like, we're already out. We already paid the bus fare. So, may as well make it fun. Yeah, where's everybody from? Please post below. I'm in Canada, which is a suburb of Ottawa, Ontario, Canada. The Ottawa Senators play here. So if you know hockey. We also have the football team, the Red Blacks. We have the Parliament buildings. In the wintertime, we have Winterlude, which is the longest, skating on the canal, the Ottawa Canal, which is the longest skating rink in the world or whatever. And they have ice sculptures. I have a video of stuff there. That's actually where my daughter sprained her wrist and broke her elbow. So, we have the Parliament buildings. So, you know, Justin Trudeau lives here, and all the cabinet members and all that stuff. So we took 75 Island P. Okay, I think you're talking about directions. Because I'm like 75 and you'd be in between what you're... I was thinking of age or something like that. LOL. Cool. Okay. I don't know where a lot of these places are, so to me it doesn't make much sense in my brain, so... But I'm like, yeah, I will. I'm guessing it's directions. I'm guessing that's a highway. Because we have some highways named with numbers too. But then here in Ottawa, our main highway that goes through the city, we call it the Queensway. So, but it does have another number. I think 417. But nobody calls it that until it's out of the city. I'm a Canuck and I don't drive. So, yes, I'm a Canuck and I don't drive. So I don't know where these places are, and where we go for vacation and stuff, we go to metropolitan areas that have public transportation because neither my husband nor I drive. Or we go places that involve all-inclusiveness so that we don't have to figure out stuff. A Canuck, as being Canadian, it's a slang for being Canuck. Some people might think it's derogatory. I don't. I take pride in it. Because, yeah, because we just call you guys Americans. I don't know if there's another slang for you guys in the States. Like, we call you living in the States. We don't call it USA or United States. We call you the States. I thought it was... No. Indigenous people are that, or Aboriginal people, or back in the day was also called North American Indians, or by their tribe name, like the Algonquins and the Iroquois, Inuit, and stuff like that. No, just being Canuck, it's kind of like just pygmies. Well, I think that's former New Yorker. So yeah, yank. Yes. So I have to say something. So I watch a lot of YouTube channels, and a lot of them are American, and the different accents from all over, like even the ones even in the same state, because I watch a few from Georgia, and some from Georgia don't have a thick accent, and some from Georgia are like the Southern Belles from like Gone with the Wind, and oh my goodness, the long drawls. The transported yank. And I'm just like, wow, the accents from like even the same state. Like here in Canada, we do have a bit of an accent. And if you go to the Maritimes, there's more of an accent. And there is a stronger, well, if you're in Quebec, you have usually a French accent with your English. But the rest of Canada, our accent is pretty much the same, unless you have English as your second language. So we have a lot of people in Canada that came here from other countries, or they've been here for a couple of generations, so they have like their Arabic accent and stuff because they speak that language at home, you know? So there's not a lot of difference in accents. Now, Newfoundland has its whole other accent. It's almost like, think of Scottish. Even though Scottish is English, it's really hard to understand. So Newfoundland's like an easier to understand Scottish, but has that really strong accent. It has a whole bunch of vocabulary that nowhere else in the rest of the country uses. Okay? His voice, exactly. Voice text, same with me. Voice text, I don't enunciate all my words. So sometimes my texts or my emails, because I like to talk while I'm multitasking. I'm usually walking like to somewhere and I'm texting out an email, so I don't have to type it out because I'm trying to multitask and keep my eyes on the road. Because I don't have like time to necessarily sit down. Well, I do now doing YouTube and live streams, but even then I can't necessarily sit still. I don't think I would recognize my language if I don't speak it. Yeah. But in the States, like we've gone to a few states, and every single state has a very unique accent. Like you got the New Yorkers, and then you got the ones from Jersey, and there's like a whole, and then you got the Southern Belles, and like some from Georgia have just a little bit of a Southern accent, some have a really thick drawl. Hey, Laura. And then you got some from like other places. I'm like watching the news, and we'll see something from another place, and I'm like, whereabouts are they? Because I have it's really easy to understand, but it's just a unique accent that your whole country doesn't have like the similar ones. Definitely East Tennessee accent through. I've been out west for almost. Yeah, you get kind of the accent that you were born with, and that you lived your formative years with. I've been Mia from YouTube while catching up on project, but saw you were live. Yes, you just did a I'm back video, Sparkle. Do you? So I'm new to your channel. I only saw your I'm back Sparkle video. Do you sell the jewelry that I saw in the background, the earrings and stuff? Pure country. Well, and then there's country, so yeah. But most of Canada has a similar accent, unless you're in the Maritimes, or you're French, or you're from Newfoundland, which is also the Maritimes, but it's like Maritimes times 100. My kids have only lived here. My one daughter especially sounds Texan. She says dog. It's yeah, dog. I sell the jewelry and digital graphics for cards I make. Cool. Anton. Oh no, it's Jaton. I'm good, guys. Just spreading the sparkles. Aw, thank you. Spreading the sparkles. We love the sparkle. Sharing the love. My husband thought it was funny. He goes, oh, I said that this morning. Was it this morning? No, yesterday evening. He's like, you sound so funny. I'm like, oh, I'm always saying it. Sharing the love, sharing the Canadian love. Or I say hi from Canada or love from Canada. I have dogs. Dogs. Well, it's like here in Canada, um, in our books, like you can get them translated to French and stuff. So dogs in English books say woof woof, but dogs in French books, like they say bow wow. I'm like, I'm sorry, I never heard no dog say bow wow. Long O. Dogs. So dogs. Okay, we say dogs. Like bogs. Dogs. But I say taco different than most people. Most people say taco or something. I say taco. But people laugh at me for that. I don't care. No snow, no ice. Here was rain, which is strange for Canada, and hot, like above freezing, so everything's melting. I do have ice on my driveway that I'm chopping the crap out of. Like 2 inches of that stuff. Hopefully overnight, most of it will be gone. I might take a video of it tomorrow if it's still there. I'd be chopping. Like this stuff is like this thick, and like my garage door is frozen. So, supposed to get an inch, just not today. Hey, taco two. Taco two. Yeah, I say taco. Stuff. And then people around me say taco. Like I say Taco Bell. Like taco. But I think it might be what the Americans say. But people laugh at me. Don't care. Feeling rain here, which is strange for us. Well, I've heard, so I've watched a few people in Georgia, and they had snow. Not just once, like, because they normally have a little bit of snow, but they had snow like 3 or 4 times.
This is the data lake person requesting a callback.
Okay, so another feature of the Google Home. So my husband just tried to call my cell, which I'm on video with. He didn't get a hold of me because he's probably assuming I'm on YouTube. So he managed to text or say something to the Google Assistant, which left a message and just spoke right now to me. Well, here. Hey, Google. Repeat.
I said.
Didn't repeat. So that's
It's an incoming broadcast, but it looks like I can't play it because of a temporary problem.
Okay.
Here's what the message says, requesting a call back.
So there we go. She couldn't play it. So that's a new feature of the Google Home is that it can broadcast from your phone devices that are hooked up to it when you are miles away. Because hubby's on the bus coming home and probably wondering what's for supper, or telling me he's on his way home. Fraser in here, which is so. That being the case, I'm probably going to have to get off. But it's been nice chatting with you guys. I plan on being on tomorrow. I'm pretty sure I don't have anything in the morning, so I'll probably be on about 8:30 for a live stream. So grab your coffee, grab a snack tomorrow. Yeah, that's kind of creepy, Jen. I don't want no more Google crap in my head. See, I like Google crap. So it's attached to the assistant, the Google Assistant, so he's able to message me through here. But I haven't figured out how to message him back through his phone device. Have a sparkle-tastic day, yes. And please share the love. Make sure that you're supporting one another in here. And checking out their channels, because a few of them are doing live streams as well. I'm going to be back on tomorrow morning about 8:30. Grab a coffee, grab a snack. Maybe I'll do something while on the live stream. Well, you have a wonderful day. Bye.